Hello? Oh, don't tell me one of the fucking things.
Picture this. I was dreaming the other night. I was walking home when a tall black creature appeared before me, screaming at me in an unintelligible language, something about owing him his due. Before I could respond, I was promptly shanked, producing at least 28 stab wounds. It took my wallet, while screeching something about being a king or something. Nonetheless, a dream perfectly encapsulates my experience of Lethal Company. In Lethal Company, you and whatever you have as friends team up to basically work for Space China by going into old infrastructures long funded by students past, but due to their reimagining, is needed to be scrapped entirely. Your task, which you are forced to accept, is to grab this scrap and bring it back to your overlord Mao, who has concealed himself in his ungodly mass behind what appears to be a concrete building of unknown proportions. Don't worry, he's still the Mao you love and know, just don't loiter around too long, because being an idler is a crime in Space China, and the punishment is death. But have no worry, it is a fairly easy task. All you have to do is meet the quota of proper social credits with the amount of scrap that you pull in. But there is a catch. If you give it in too early, you get less social credit, for it is seen as taking an unnecessary break in between jobs. So, for all you lovely crypto users out there, this will be your favorite part, because if all of you manage to die, well, your ship will look like an average American tourist car when sat long enough in a non-tourist zone in Mexico. Social credits earned will go toward your group to use for useful equipment that can increase your scrap intake. This, of course, is what Glorious Mao intended, that items and materials will be shared, and not at all leaving one guy without any gear to go in the deepest, darkest depths like a modern-day sweatshop worker. But have no worry, for Glorious Mao has implemented a system in which your entire crew will be penalized if you meet an unfortunate end. For we cannot be true comrades if we do not share the weight of one's loss, thus incentivizing your comrades to not force you into the worst predicaments. But will, however, get you scolded for dying in a matter of buffoonery.
Hey Aaron, what part of the ship is leaving in an hour don't you understand?
Dude, what the fuck was I supposed to do?
You pull the fucking lever, because guess what? Yeah, you literally could have pulled. You literally can pull the lever and the creature fucking gets booted out.
Terrified, okay? What the
you are the biggest bitch.
Bro,
you are the biggest fucking bitch.
Balls! Oh my god!
The game ends if you fail to meet quota, which, well, we'll just say you'll disappear faster than any records of you being a Uyghur Muslim existing in a Chinese education camp. The set equipment I mentioned earlier can come in a variety of sorts. Some, like the walkie-talkies and flashlights, are important because if you cheat and you put your gamma on high and using Discord instead of in-game VoIP, you're a pussy, and I don't like you. Other items, such as the shovel, are useful for dispatching some creatures, but most of the time it's RNG whether you are going to die or the thing that you're trying to kill dies first. There are other interesting tools at your disposal, but I won't get into it, cause you're gonna find out like I did, and die the same way countless others have, because I believe in Darwinism when it comes to video games, so stop using the boombox for recreational means. The antagonist of this game, besides your own intelligence and the occasional prank, is the creatures. These beings have inhabited these locations, from small insects that hoard scrap as some kind of territorial display of power, to literally SCP-173. Look, I'm not beating around the bush with that one. It is what it is. And then there's Brecken. Wait. It all makes sense now. The dream. The attacking if you look at him long enough. And the snatching you right in the night like a small Chinese boy. It's LeBron James! The Black King of Communism! Of course, I have a favorite, and it's known as the Snare Flea. They are the Viet Cong of this game. For when it lands on someone's head and starts to devour them, it muffles the user, so you don't hear them relentlessly mic peak on how it's your fault, so on and so forth, for not bringing a shovel. I mean, I would have brought the shovel, but you specifically complained to me earlier about the fact I don't bring in enough scrap. So who's laughing now? Just me, because now the payment has been docked, and I will not be berated by my whole crew. There are plenty of other creatures, but I don't want to spoil it, because the best encounters are the first encounters with them. The game is still in early access and received many updates already. The fact that this is one guy doing this still amazes me, but it shouldn't, considering this guy has produced banger after banger of positively reviewed games, and you can see some resemblance of his older works put into his current one. And the amount of time I've played, I feel like I've barely even scratched the surface. On top of that, the community videos flooding in, and people's funniest moments in the game, genuinely make me smile and is a brief oasis of hope in an overwhelmingly bad games that we're currently getting developed all the time. So this is the end of the video, and I might as well slap a few things here at the end. If you liked the video, tell me what you liked about it in the comments. Also, I'd like to thank my editor for editing this, and Toast of Fire for dealing with my shenanigans when recording some of the footage while extremely sick. Also give him a sub, because he makes reviews too, and they're pretty damn good. More content will come out soon, but if you're interested in seeing the process sped up, I have a Ko-Fi donation in the description. Make sure it's below 600 because the IRS is watching. I really have not much else to say, except fuck Protogen fans for making me have to see that mod on my timeline on X.